Hello, church. Welcome to day 2 of our Easter devotions. Today we start by reading in Matthew 21, where Jesus cleanses the temple or clears the temple. Jesus entered the temple and drove out all who sold and bought in the temple. And he overturned the tables of the money changers and the seats of those who sold pigeons. He said to them, "It is written, 'My house shall be called a house of prayer,' but you make it a den of robbers." So I'm going to stop there. I'm going to take my devotion from that today. And I thought I'd start by giving a little bit of context. So this time was the time of Passover. And Passover was a time where Jews would celebrate what God had done for them. So God saving the Israelites from slavery in Egypt. So they would bring a sacrifice, a sacrificial animal. And I'm thankful because later on in the week we will have a devotion about Jesus' death and resurrection, which means we don't have to do that anymore. So I'm thankful for Jesus for many reasons, including that one. So people would travel in to Jerusalem, to the temple, to bring their sacrifice, and it was a bit of a risky business in trying to bring their sacrifice, their animal, because the animal could get sick or get injured, and so people saw an opportunity. It probably started with the right motive, hey, but people saw the opportunity to, why not? Let's set up a market. Let's create a space where people can buy their animals outside the temple, so then they can go straight in, sacrifice it, and jobs are good. And they can go in, honour God, thank Him, and so that's what happened. That people travelling in would need to convert their money too. So then that's where the money converters and money changers came in, and because thousands of people would flood into Jerusalem, it spilled over into the outer courts. And this is Jesus' first problem. The issue he has here is that this space was meant to be a house of prayer, which turned into a marketplace. And Jesus' second problem with this was that the people selling the animals and the money converters, the money changers, were exploiting people, because there was a hierarchy of animals, you see. So those that could afford a lamb bought a lamb, an unblemished lamb. Those that couldn't would, like it says pigeons in here, some say doves, but the birds were the bottom end of the table. And so they would, and this would be the poor people and women, and we all know how Jesus feels about the marginalised, compassion. And so, first and foremost, Jesus knows that this place is meant to be, the outer courts is where his Father's name should be honoured and praised. This is meant to be a place of a house of prayer, and it wasn't that. And then secondly, people were being exploited, widows were being exploited. So Jesus wasn't happy. Have you ever felt like angry, not just angry like with road rage or something, but like there's been a real injustice? Well, this is how Jesus felt, which is why he was so expressive with his response to this. And actually, some say, and I'm inclined to believe them really, that and this is how I feel, that this was kind of the catapult that triggered events that then led to the cross, and then to resurrection. But it's this kind of this event that kind of catapulted those events. And so I've just got two thoughts for us to take away, to have a little bit of a ponder on today, and that is there an area in our lives where we are dishonouring God? Is there something where God might be even highlighting it to you now, where where you're just not honouring God in that area. And so let's allow God to do what only He can do with that. And then secondly, as I was preparing it, I remembered a time that I went through where I knew that enough was enough with this set of circumstances that was going on, and I felt God say, let me deal with it now. And so I did. I let God deal with it. And so I wonder if there's just something happening, an injustice, where you need God to just come in, where you're feeling enough is enough. Like, hand it over to God today and let God deal with it. Yeah, bless you. God bless you all.